I think I don't think there are any disadvantages actually. Being bilingual makes me more comfortable, I think, around other people. Like sometimes it could be, if you don't share the same language with someone, I can just imagine how that would be so hard trying to communicate. But I've never really had that problem, and I think that's a big advantage for me. And also having like half of my family be Latino, and all my siblings speaking Spanish, it really helped me get into college and get really good scholarships, because it's an underrepresented, as you guys know, it's like underrepresented group of students, and they really push for Latinos to go to college. So I think that's a very big advantage. I actually learned Spanish from kindergarten on, because I went to Calmecac in Windsor, where they start you off kindergarten. I had no idea. My parents don't speak Spanish, so I had no idea what I was getting myself into, or what they were getting me into. I probably wouldn't have chosen it for myself. But yeah, you go into kindergarten and you're brand new, fresh. I just knew English, and they start you 100% of your day in Spanish. So you pretty much just gotta dive into it. And if it was traumatic, I don't really remember, because I was like 5. But towards like 3rd grade, you have students have a pretty good grasp on Spanish and be able to speak it and know what you're talking about. So yeah, if it was hard, I don't really remember, but I'm really glad that my parents decided to do that. Oh man, it was a very diverse school, and they really taught us about all different kinds of cultures, and it wasn't just teaching you about the subjects at that school, it was more teaching you about diversity and different holidays. Like when the holidays came around, we always like celebrated like festivals for every different school, or every different culture rather. And all of my teachers were really diverse, and they taught me just that, I think they shaped me in that way, that I'm a very diverse person and I accept diversity, and I'm not uncomfortable with diversity. It's pretty hard the first year, because your parents, I don't know if you guys realize, but your parents do a lot of stuff for you. And going to a college, because I go to school 5 hours away from home, so can't come home on weekends very often, and just learning to take care of yourself, like it's pretty rough at first. And in school, I think probably the hardest thing was learning like when to eat. I know that sounds really weird, but at the dining commons at my school, they have set hours, and if you have classes during those hours, you have to think ahead of that so you could eat before it closes. And yeah, it was kind of stressful the first few weeks, and doing your own laundry and finding time to do all of that, because my mom did my laundry when I was little. Like I wouldn't have to think about clean clothes. But yeah, it is an adjustment, but it's completely doable. The hardest part academically probably was learning how to study, because in high school I really didn't have to study too much, and I was a pretty good student, and I did my homework and stuff, but I didn't like do any outside reading or really read my textbook, which is a bad thing to say, but I really didn't. And in college you really have to read your textbook, because the lectures are just like, they're more supplementary, and you really have to read your textbook and take notes and do the assigned problems, even though they don't really assign problems. They just say, we suggest you guys do these, but you really should do that. And just learning how to work harder, I think, was the hardest thing for me. Time management, that's a big one, because college not only is challenging academically, it's challenging, like, not emotionally, but kind of emotionally. It's personally challenging, but just managing you want to stay sane in college, so you want to have some fun, but making sure you get all your homework done and all your studying and still have time to have fun. You have to kind of space out what you're going to do and plan and manage your time. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lorena Rojas.
Hi, my name is Sergio Dolores.
Hi, my name is Omar Ruiz.